Today I'm going to show you how to do this double-sided pot holder. What is interesting about it is that you will be learning how to switch colors, and also you will be learning how to put two panels together. There is the colorful one on the front and the red one in the back. There is two videos to this. First video will be to do the front here with the changing of the color, and the other video is how do we put both panels together. Hello, my name is Angela Isa and welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to work this project here with you today, and this time you're going to be using a different type of yarn. No more 100% cotton here. You go ahead and get yourself some worsted weight yarn. My favorite is the Red Heart. It's easily found in any store and it still is a size 4, and you still use a size 5 hook. The only difference is that this is not very stretchy and very water absorbent type of yarn, so you don't want to use this for dishcloths at all because it will not absorb water really well. However, for pot holders, it's great. It's really very resistant and will definitely protect your table just the way it's supposed to. Now, what you're going to be doing here is you will be switching colors, and switching colors can be a little tricky, but it's not difficult. Just follow along and I'm sure you will be able to get that really quite easy under your fingers. Chain 22, you may call them chains or stitches, it doesn't matter, it is the same thing. As you do your chains, make sure you don't make them too tight. Okay, nice and loose, not too loose either. So I did 3, tighten the knot. Nice and big. 2, 3, 4, 5. I say so for you to chain them loosely because that makes it easier to insert the hook once you start working your row, and also at the end when your work is ready, the bottom doesn't become kind of shriveled up or tight than the rest of the work. So that's why make sure that you chain them nice and loosey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, 22. Now remember, as you work your row into this chain, these 22 chains, you need to have 21 single crochets across. So there was 22, just minus 1, 21. So if you're doing a single crochet panel, that's pretty much a pattern. Like if you chain 24, you will need 23 single crochets. If you chain 55, you need 54 single crochets across. So this way you can actually crochet anything really in any size you want. It's not so with double, half double crochet and treble crochet. It changes the proportion there. So you have to, just for single crochet, that works, okay? So here we go. 1 second chain, first second chain from the hook, insert and go. I will be doing 2 rows and then I will change colors, so I will meet you there. I'm assuming here that you know how to crochet already. So if you are like, oh, but I actually want to learn how to crochet, well then you need to go and visit my other videos, my 5 lessons on how to learn to crochet. There I go, super slow and super explained on how to do crochet. And once you finish those 5 lessons, I'm sure you can start venturing off and crocheting pretty much anything. So I will be moving forward here on my speed and just pass forwarding the video as well until the end of the 2nd row. So this is row 1. All right, last 2 stitches, 1 and then another 1 for you to finish up your row. Now we're going to be changing colors, so pay attention to this. Have your other color nearby. I'm gonna go red next. First, what you do, you insert the hook on that last stitch, pull through, but don't finish your single crochet yet. You must let go of the green and grab the red. So about this much left over. All right, make sure that you hold tight on the red with your middle finger and thumb, and then bring the red yarn just behind here that almost finished single crochet, and hold it tight with your thumb and middle finger. Now watch out for the green one. It tends to kind of like, because you're letting go of the yarn, it tends to just get a little too loose, so tighten it up as much as you can. Hold on to the red, hold on tight here, okay, and then you finish your single crochet, changing the color. You may let go of your both fingers here, and you will see that this is kind of an open stitch here. And when we finish our rows, when we finish our sample here, which at the end will turn to be a pot holder, I will let you know how to deal with these strings here, because we're going to be working with 3 colors, so there will be quite a bit of strings here back and forth. Okay. All right, so from now on, we're gonna do 2 rows in red. So you simply chain another one, turn like you normally would, start single crocheting on every stitch until the end. Remember, you need to have 21 single crochets by the end. I will meet you at the end of, so this is row 1, 2, 3. I will meet you at the end of row 4. Assuming that you already understand how to turn your rows. There we go, one more. Last stitch, don't finish your single crochet. Let go of red and grab white. So it's the same thing, nothing changed here. Fasten it nice here, hold tight and go through, right? Chain 1 and turn. So this is now row 5. I will meet you at the end of row 6. All right, end of row 6. And there's one more, so here we go. Last stitch, don't finish your single crochet. So my pattern here is green, red, white, green, red, white, and so on. So it's time for green again. So the green is still attached here. I did not cut it. And since it is fairly close to the top, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab the green here, and I'm gonna bring it up about alongside here. So that's how more or less how much I need. I will then wrap it around my fingers and simply finish the single crochet right there. So there will be this big loop here, kind of loose like that. Since this here is going to be a pot holder, and at the end I'm going to join this piece with another piece, this is not going to be seen, so it's really not a big deal. Now, if you are doing a panel that's maybe bigger than this, and you're using it as a centerpiece or something that you could do with that, then you might not want these loops showing. Or another way to disguise it also is to make a trim, which is something that I explained in a different video. So for this project, really, it's not a big deal, okay? So here we go. So from now on, it's basically repeating the colors, and every second row you change. And again, when I come back to white, what do? You grab the white, just like I showed you here with the green. You grab the white, I'm sorry, it will be red. You will get the red and just bring it up and continue from there. So I will meet you at the end of this project. All right, so here it is. I ended up doing 24 rows, and it made 1, 2, 3, 4 colorful patterns. So in this project here, the goal is to make a double-sided pot holder. So you go ahead now and watch my next video where I will have another panel like this in only red. It's going to be single crochet, 22 chains, 21 single crochets back and forth, 24 rows. They will be exactly the same time, but just in red. And then I will show you how to join these two panels. So for now, right here, you just simply cut the white and pull through. However, there is the beginning here where we began our joining, our changing colors, where you kind of have an open stitch. So all I do is I tie a knot right there, another one, and I leave it because these ends are simply going to be, this one is kind of like, yeah, the ends are simply going to be hidden. This one here is, oh yeah, by the way, here, these guys are still attached, right? So let's just cut them up, tie a knot. There we go. And as you can see here where we joined, we have these big loops on the side. And as I join this with the other panel, they also will not be noticed. All right, so check out the other video on how to finish this one, okay?